At the end of this video, you'll be able to take responsibility for your life. Living your life differently requires you to take full responsibility for your life, your actions, and stop passing the blame to other people. Whatever happened to you was in the past. Let it remain there. Hello everyone and welcome to this channel, Life with Grace, the space where we grow, we be more, we do more with Jesus. In today's video, we are going to be talking about living your life differently by being responsible for your life, taking full responsibility for your own actions. Before we delve into everything we want to talk about in this video, trust me, it's going to be one hell of a masterclass. I want you to go on ahead to subscribe if you haven't, like, share this video to someone who needs it because we are about to get real. I also want you to bear in mind that in this case, I believe that you all can live your life differently. And what better way to live your life differently by choosing to be responsible? The most part of my life, I lived with my mom. And due to financial crisis, I was not able to attend, or I was not privileged to attend secondary school. Okay, growing up those years, I would look out the window, I would see my neighbors in the community going to school in the morning, those morning rush, the thrill that I once had in primary school was lost in secondary school. And somehow in my subconscious, it's hampered with my self-esteem. It's made me resentful. Going to the university, hearing other people share their experiences in secondary school, it made me blame my parents for the kind of life I had. Like if I had gone to secondary school, maybe I would have been a prefect, maybe I would have done this, maybe I would have done that. So I was blaming and passing all the blames to my parents because they did not they were not able to send me to school. My perspective about this changed in the second semester of my first year. My grades for the previous semester had just come out and it was very low, drastically low. And the excuse I was using to make it up was, oh, I did not go to secondary school. If I had gone to secondary school, this would have been better, life would have been easier. Someone burst my bubbles. This girl had not gone to secondary school, but her grades were far more better than mine. The moment I heard her story, the moment I heard her say that, I felt ashamed of myself. Now, not ashamed in a bad way to make me want to doubt the truth of our experience, but I felt ashamed that I was depriving myself of the ability to shine despite the situation that I had found myself in. And do you know what I did? I took charge, I took responsibility. I remember walking up to my brother and I said to him, the next time you're going to be hearing of me or you're going to be hearing of my grades, it's going to be a far more better one. And do you know what happened? I did not only graduate with a good grade, I graduated with a fantastic, excellent grade. Why am I trying to say this? Your life can become better when you choose to take full responsibility of your life. A lot of things have happened to you in the past, yes, but that does not define your story. That does not define who you can become. I put down here that blame is the excuse you give yourself to be comfortable and remain where you are, to remain in the place of mediocrity. A lot of us have this excuse, only if this person had come to help me, only if life had played the way I wanted it to, only if I planned my life the way I wanted to, then my life would have been better. Oh, I would not have had this experience. Oh, I would not be here staying among you guys. I grew up hearing this phrase around me a lot. If not for condition, we make a fish bend. You not for see me in this situation, or you will not see me to talk to. Yes, condition made crayfish to bend, but condition did not make crayfish lose the taste and savor it provides to our food. I also put down here, so taking responsibility for your life requires you to go beyond the norm you are used to. It requires you to move beyond yourself. As humans, we are made up of our experiences. Our whole worldview is shaped by everything we have seen, everything we've known, everything we've heard, everything we've allowed access into our life. So for you to lead your life differently, for you to lead a better life, for you to win in life, for you to change the narrative, it requires you to move beyond yourself, move beyond your experiences, move beyond everything you know and everything you see. I'm going to share another personal experience. But before that, what is responsibility? Responsibility means taking ownership of your choices. being dependable, and accepting the consequences, whether positive or negative, that results from your behavior. It requires you to say, yes, it is my choice, it is my decision. I take full ownership of this, whether it is right or it is wrong. A lot of things would have been right in the society today. A lot of things would have gone right in our lives today if we were bold enough to take accountability and responsibility for our actions. Everyone around me knows that lying is my pet peeve. So when a person lies to me, it instantly creates a blockade. I no longer want to listen to you. So I have to verify the facts, check the whole odds before wanting or choosing to trust you again. So I had to hold these seminars around schools. And the schools that I was working with were in my community. But a part of me did not want anybody to know I was living in the environment. And so when I was asked about where I lived, due to impulse, I pointed in another direction. But upon realizing that I had lied just to save face, I came to conclusion with myself that if lying is my pet peeve, and I would not tolerate another person lying to me, then I should not lie to another person. So I took full responsibility. I went back and I changed the narrative. I said, no, I am not staying in this environment. This is where I'm staying. Because this is what makes the story beautiful. This is what makes the story more clean, more crisp, more inspiring, girl. The world would have been a lot better if we knew how to and if we were bold enough to take responsibility for our actions. Yes, a lot of people want to shame us for taking full responsibility for our actions. But in the long run, you will see that taking responsibility for your life builds credibility over time. I put down here that your ability to acknowledge what you are missing or what is missing in your life and decide to change it proves how responsible you are. This is how you lead your life, by being responsible. The ability to look at your life and say, okay, in this area, I need to tweak this, I need to change this. I'm not covering it up by anger. I'm not covering it up by shrinking back or lying to yourself or saying, oh, this is just how they are. When people come to you, are they always the one at fault? Or you can also take responsibility for your actions. Oh, I know I'm not a better communicator. Oh, I know that my life should have been in this direction. If I had spoken properly and well, if I had done differently, if I had acted differently in this scenario, your ability to acknowledge what is missing in your own life, because living your life differently requires you to look intrinsically first before looking at other people and wanting to change their world. We live in a society where everybody wants to change everybody, but you've not changed yourself. If you cannot change yourself, you cannot change your world. So your ability, I will say it again, to acknowledge or recognize what you are missing or what is missing in your life and decide to change it proves and determines how responsible you are. What does responsibility look like? While this talk of take responsibility of your life sound posh and tush, I will also have you understand that it is very uncomfortable. You've heard this saying, the truth is bitter. So imagine saying the hard truth to yourself. Imagine telling yourself, okay, I flopped in this area. Imagine sitting with yourself and telling yourself, I would not do this again because it does not align with the version of me I want. Just think about it. It's very uncomfortable. Imagine telling yourself, I will not be in this circle. Even though they are the it things and the it happening people. But for the sake of where you're going, for the sake of the life that you are choosing, for the sake of your personality, coming to terms with who you are, you're telling yourself, I will no longer hang around this company. I will no longer choose what is fun over what is right. I will no longer choose what will make me happy today over what will be beneficial to me on the long run. Oh, it's very uncomfortable. Making choices for yourself, it's uncomfortable. I've written here that before responsibility feels like freedom, it feels weighty. Let me share a personal story to this point. While defending my school project the past year, I had failed to deliver the way I wanted it to go. I was ashamed of myself. I could not even face the panel of lecturers and panel of judges. But it was my project. I knew I had done this very well, but I was not able to put out my ideas. So I shrank back. I let my limiting beliefs take a better hold of me. So fast forwarded to where I was going to handle my SDG project, I was going to conduct it in schools. It was a familiar setting to me. I knew I was going to stand before teachers. I was going to stand before students. And most of these students, they were daring. They had confidence. The ones that I was still trying to build. Oh my God. So it took me a lot of time. It took me time desensitizing myself to the community. I had to talk myself through it. It was heavy for me. But when I finished the project, when I finished conducting my project, oh my God, you want to see me? I was fly. I was happy. I was moving around. I was confident. I not only conduct my project amongst 10 people, I did this in the audience of 50. I did it in the audience of 100. I was so proud. Girl, I was so proud of myself. I could not believe I did it myself. So this proves the point that before we're taking responsibility feels like freedom and happiness, before the applause that you see, a Guinness World Record breaker, Hilda Bassi, would tell you that before cooking the biggest jollof rice in the world in one sitting, it was a task. It was tasking. It will demand everything from you. That thing that is demanding of you will make you will be the motivation you need. It will have you study. It will have you go the extra mile. So taking responsibility for your life will require you to take the extra mile for your life. You will go the extra because you don't want to see yourself fail. I did not want to see myself fail and return back to the girl I was at the time I was defending my project. So I poured my soul into research. I poured my life into everything that I was doing. And trust me, it was worth it. The feedback from the students, oh my God. I put down in this space that when you stop limiting your capacity by what has happened to you, okay, you start seeing possibilities where you previously felt stuck. I will take it again. When you stop limiting your capacity by what has happened to you, by your past, you start seeing possibilities where you previously felt stuck. When you stop putting a benchmark on your life and saying, okay, this is where I will thank. I'm not good enough. I'm a shy person. You start seeing the possibility that your life can become so much more. If you stop giving the excuse that you're an indoor person, you like sleeping in your house, or you're an introvert, you start seeing the possibility that you can effect change in the lives of people. And you stop limiting your capacity by a person who was abused, who was traumatized, and who cannot effect change in our world, who cannot change our world positively. You start seeing the possibility that your story is the one that is yet told. Your story can give hope to somebody who has no hope. Your story can affect one person, 10 persons, 100 persons, 1,000, 1,000,000,000 persons. I want you to start taking responsibility for your life because there is much more that your life can. Oh my God, there is so much that your life can amount to. When you start taking responsibility for your life, you start seeing possibilities. You start seeing that there is so much you can become. You start seeing that your life is worth so much more. That the life that they told you about yourself, they called you a dummy. They said you will not amount to anything. Maybe we're constantly falling sick at growing up. They said, oh, maybe you're a sickle cell person because we are constantly agitated. They said, oh, maybe you were possessed. Nobody wanted to hear you. Nobody wanted to listen to you. Nobody wanted to hear you speak. But here you are today. You have to stop believing the lies they told you. You have to stop believing the lies they told you because it does not define you. Oh, I'm so passionate about this topic. Take charge of your life. Take responsibility. The kingdom you are called from, the kingdom that has called you, the owner of your life, your father who has called you by his name, did not call you small. The Bible says the angel of the Lord speaking to Gideon did not look at Gideon as a small man. He called him thou mighty man of valor. You are much more. You are meant for more. And I need you to start seeing it. I need you to start taking responsibility for your life. There is so much you can become. I put down here that you become free from limiting beliefs and procrastination. Even when I started Life with Grace, previously Word with Grace, I had a vision. My mind could not see beyond my current realities. So I reduced a vision that was yet so broad, yet so wild, had the capacity to effect change in the lives of people to just Bible study. And so I will read the Bible, I would give hope to people. Yes, it was part of the vision, but I settled for a version that I felt comfortable with till I started challenging the status quo. I said, if others can, I can too. Yes, if I can, you can. Oh, I believe we can be and do one with Jesus. You become free from limiting beliefs. I remember talking to a friend. I asked this friend of mine, do you know if I have the qualities of being a public speaker? Do you know what this person told me? I don't think you can be one because you do not have the qualities of being one. And I believed it. Immediately I started challenging the status quo. I realized that I could be more. Oh my God, I could effect change. I could change my world. So I want you to start taking responsibility for your life. Stop believing what everybody told you. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Those days I would see people, I would see my friends taking up spaces, and I would tell myself, I cannot do this right now. Okay, I need to get to this level. I need to get to this level. And okay, in the process of trying to get to this level, do you know what I'll tell myself? Listen, I'm too young for this. I'm too young for you're not young for anything, go. You're not young at all. You need to go and see your mates. You need to go and see even your juniors who are performing in real time. You need to see the confidence they exude. When you see them, you will know that you are even late. Choosing to lead a responsible life, being accountable for your actions, makes you become free from limiting beliefs and makes you stop procrastinating what you can become. Oh my God. The next one I've written down here is you start making quality decisions for your life. When you choose to be responsible for yourself, you will now know what decision serves you and what decision does not serve you. You start making quality decisions. When somebody says, oh, you are wicked for choosing yourself, you will boldly be wicked with your full chest. Choosing to be responsible for your life makes you become the leader other people can follow. As much as we hate to admit it, the reason you will follow a person, the reason you will you will hit the follow button, you will hit the like button of someone's video, the reason you are inspired by a person's story is because that person is modeling a life you can become. You are seeing a possibility from that person's life. Around 2022, I saw a woman who inspired me, who changed everything that I could become. At this point in my life, I was very disorganized. I was dirty. I was, you did not want to have anything to do with me at that point. And then I came online. The search bar was how to conduct myself properly. And I came across Minister of Excellence. Immediately I saw her. I immediately when I started telling my siblings, I found somebody I want to be like. I found somebody I want to be like. So I would watch her videos. I would watch everything about her videos. Oh my God. I would sit down and watch. And slowly I started seeing the possibilities of what my life could become. I started understanding etiquette and everything that it entails. Oh, I started wanting to be posh. I started wanting to be foolish. I started wanting to love myself more because of the way someone portrayed her life. Because she led her life so beautifully. Because she was responsible for her life. So I was influenced to follow. This is what taking responsibility for your life produces. It makes you become the leader that other people want to follow. So I dedicate my life and I have dedicated my life through my experiences and my story and the vision that God has given me to live a life that is worthy of emulation. Even if it's to one person, I would gladly lead my life so differently to live that life that one person can follow. I'm tensed up in this room. When you choose to be responsible or lead your life responsibly, you discover your true capacity. We are often not afraid of taking on stages. We are not afraid of living our lives differently. We are afraid of who we might become when we choose the light. We are afraid of ourselves. We are mostly afraid of who we are when we truly decide to take responsibility for our lives. When I was going on my healing journey, what delayed me was because I was afraid of the kind of person I would become. I knew that I wanted change. I knew that I wanted transformation. I knew that I was tired of where I was. But I was so scared because I knew. But this version you can see, a version had to go. So I was afraid of losing a version I was most comfortable with. We are not afraid of what the future holds. We are not afraid of taking up stages. We are not afraid of everything that we can do. We are afraid of who we will become when we choose to embrace the light, when we choose to take the first step. So when you choose to take responsibility of your life, you become aware, you discover your true capacity, and it will shock you. It will shift a whole lot about you. And that is where I want us to get to. Because your life's worth is more than what you think it is. You're not relegated to just to cook alone. You're not meant to just live a mediocre life. God has called you for so much more. And I believe it in my heart. How do we start taking responsibility? First, you start by being honest with yourself. What is your area of pain? What is that part of your life that when you look back today, you want to change? Be honest with yourself. Have you been going through trauma and you made a vow to yourself that if you can come out of this, you're going to help other people come out of it? But right now, you don't even know how to get out of your own trauma. So it's caging you. And then you are maxing it up by being brave. When you see a young girl being very confident and expressive, you shrink back. You tell yourself that that person is being arrogant. I want you to sit with yourself today and tell yourself the honest truth. The next thing I want you to do is heal from that pain. Forgive everyone who has hurt you, including yourself. Because most of the time, the biggest hurt that we go through is the one that we give ourselves. Pat yourself in the back and tell yourself it's okay. The next part is for you to surrender your life to God. Lay it out in His presence. Because forgiveness is not really complete if you cannot lay it out in God's presence. It's only Him that can help you in the healing process of your life. So surrender that part of your life to God and ask Him, what is the next step? I believe God will tell you. And when He tells you the next step, it will be as clear as day. So ask Him, what can I do from here? At some point in my life, I had to walk. I came to God in prayer and I said, if you can use this broken version, it's fine. Because I don't have any other part of me. There's no other part I have. This is the part that I bring. And this is all my best foot forward. And I can tell you that my life, my nomenclature, my whole being has shifted from what it was. And I am still becoming, I am still growing, I'm still unfolding. I'm not tanking anytime soon, baby. The next thing I want you to do is make one responsible decision for your life today. What can you do today that you have never done? What can you do today that you have never done that makes you so afraid? If you're afraid of your own voice, but you know you want to speak, I'm going to be using because this is the area I'm so passionate about. If you're afraid of confronting someone who has abused you verbally, talked down on you, if you're afraid of sticking up for yourself in the areas you know that you are right, if you're afraid of challenging the status quo, why is it like this? Why does it mean that culture will go in this way? I want you to make that bold decision and stand up for yourself. Stick to that decision. Challenge it. I made a very bold decision when I began my journey to always stick up for myself. I realized that I was a people pleaser. So I decided that I would no longer be pleasing other people to displease myself. I would please myself and I'll be happy about it. So make that decision for yourself. Stick up for yourself. Stop being the OS member. Stick up. If you are afraid of making decisions and saying, okay, I do not agree with this, today, say it. The final thing I want to say is keep going and never give up. Yes, because challenges will come. They will try you. Your past will want to shake you. The devil wants to come and to check. Are you still holding on to that thing you believed? But it is your responsibility to say, yes, I am not giving, I'm not backing down. I don't care what the devil says about me. I choose to believe what's right about me. When you set a boundary, okay, this is the kind of life I want to live. This is the kind of relationship I want to have. A lot of people who do not know who they are and where they stand will want to come to challenge you. They want to come to trample down on your belief. They want to come to change your belief system. I want you to keep going with your full chest. Never give up. Don't thank for anybody. Don't thank for anybody. Keep growing, keep going. Your life is worth more than it is currently. And I believe it so strongly in my heart. Why will somebody come to tell you that this is your life worth? I'll close with this. Choose to take responsibility for your life. Choose to take responsibility for your action. There is so much your life can become when you stop living what every other person wants you to live and you start living for yourself. Choose you today. Choose you. And I believe it. I know this sermon, I want to say sermon. I know this message, this video was very helpful to somebody today. And I want you to go on ahead to subscribe because we are not done yet. Challenge your friends to watch this video. We are going to lead our lives differently. We are going to challenge the norm. We are going to grow. We are going to be more than we are currently. We are going to do more than we are currently doing. And we will do it with Jesus. We will be fine girls and fine boys. We love Jesus and we are doing big things. The Bible says, arise, shine, for your light has come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Gentiles will come. The people that don't believe you will come to understand what you are talking about. And kings will come to the brightness of your rising. So keep growing. Okay. Okay? Keep shining. You are meant for more, and I believe in you. Go on ahead to share this video. Share your thoughts in the comment section, and until my next video, I'll see you inside.